So it is possible that in your game you have a road texture and it looks something like this, where it's clean or where it's fine when it's close to the camera, but as you look far, the road is very blurry. So I'm going to show you how to solve this issue. So if you go to Edit, Project Settings, Quality, you will see an option called anisotropic textures. Currently it's disabled. If I go and change it to forced on, you will see that my road texture is now crystal clear. So what is an isotropic texture? So in simple words, an isotropic texture is actually performing something called anisotropic filtering, which actually enhances the quality of our textures. So I'm going to show you what is actually happening with these three different options. So disabled is pretty straightforward. In this case, the anisotropic filtering is disabled and that's why the road looks blurry. The other two options are per texture and forced on. So per texture means that anisotropic filtering will be enabled on the basis of textures. So I will show you what this means. So if I set it to per texture and take a look here, that you can see my road is still very clear. So if I select my road and go to materials, and if I look at my albedo texture over here and click on the albedo texture, you will see that it has an option called aniso level. Now this is the level on which this option is currently dependent on. So per texture means that for each texture, Unity is going to look at the aniso level and it's going to set that texture according to this level. So if I decrease this texture and then hit on the apply button, you will see that my this road gets blurry. This is because it's currently looking at this aniso level texture. However, if I increase it back again, you will see that it's clear again. The third option is forced on, which basically means that anisotropic filtering will be available on all the textures whose aniso level is not set to 0. So, in simple words, it means that if you set your aniso level to 2 or 3, Unity is going to crank that up aniso level to at least 9. However, if you set it to 0 and hit on the apply button, in that case, Unity will imagine that you want this texture to be disabled, and that's why it looks like this. However, even if I change it to 2 and hit on the apply button, you will see that it looks way more clear. So this is how anisotropic filtering and the aniso level in textures work.